If you don't know who you are, your marketing is going to suck. I don't care how good the ad is. I don't care how much you spend. And let me show you why. Hi there, I'm Kim Speed, and this is The Scene Live. If you've built years of expertise and gone out on your own, but you still feel like the best kept secret in your industry, you're in the right place. Every week, I sit down with someone who's made the leap, and we get into what it really takes to be seen. But not today. Today, it's just me because every couple of months, I need to say something directly instead of asking someone else about it. Here's what's actually happening to a lot of you right now. You're good at what you do. Clients are happy, but new people, they're finding you fast enough. And so you go looking for a fix. And the marketing world they're really good at selling you a fix. And what do those fixes look like? Well, they look like social media, Google or Facebook ads, someone telling you you got to write a book, or maybe you need to buy a billboard ad if you're feeling really bold. All of it dressed up as the missing piece, the answer to all your problems. But here's something I want you to sit with for a few minutes. In a bit, I'm going to show you how AI has actually made this exact mistake faster and more expensive than ever. And most business owners have no idea it's happening to them right now. So stick around for that part. So let's start small. Say someone tells you radio is the answer. Get on the local station, get the word out. And the station will say to you, don't worry, we're going to write the ad, we're going to produce it, we'll put it on air, you're not going to have to do anything, it's going to be great, you're going to get lots of business. And you say, great, except that they need you to tell them who you are. And if you can't give them a clear answer, they won't leave that blank. They'll guess or they'll make assumptions. And they'll write something nice. They'll probably write something that's excellent and sounds great, mentions your business and completely misses the person that you actually want listening. Why? Because they can't sell, or they can't help you sell if you can't tell them who you are and you can't define who you are. So that ad that sounds amazing, it might be so well produced and really creative, and people might even be talking about it, but maybe they're not the right people. So it still won't make that right person say, wait, that's me. I need to call those people. Why? Because you didn't have the raw material. Nobody did. So now let's raise the stakes, because I've seen this exact mistake happen with budgets that would make your eyes water. I spent years inside agencies on brands you'd recognize. Brands like Coca-Cola, Ford, Toyota, Molson Coors, and Labatt. And I've seen firsthand an international brand come into the agency with that, let us tell you what we want and you execute it attitude, making their own assumptions without doing the work or the research. And those are the clients that we had to go back to and tell them politely that we decline the project, even though it would have been a great project and a lovely profit for the company. Because before we would touch a single ad, we spent an enormous amount of time on one thing, really understanding the brand and making sure that the client also understood their own brand, the essence of it, the tone, who it was actually speaking to, and why would they even care? That's so important. And I also know how hard it is to do sometimes, because when I was a young art director, all I wanted to do was come up with these great ideas and make them come to life. I didn't understand the importance of everything that happened before anything went to the creative teams. But I did eventually learn, and I know that if you skip that step, the campaign will flop every time. Big budget, talented people, great production, and it still doesn't land because nobody has done the pre-work, the important stuff of knowing who they are and who they are talking to. If that happens with a global budget and a room full of experts, what do you think happens when somebody has a $500 ad budget and no strategy behind it? So here's the part that I promised you. AI has made this faster than ever. It's faster and easier to produce marketing. 50 social posts, a script, a full funnel, all before lunch. And a lot of business owners are treating speed like it solves the exact problem we've been talking about. It doesn't make it better to have AI. It actually makes it worse. And here's why. AI is a mirror. It's not a strategist. Feed it a vague sense of what you do, and it hands you back polished, confident, completely generic version of nothing. And it might sound good, and it might sound clever, but it won't sound like you. And it definitely won't sound like the one person in your industry who actually needs to get it. Flip it around, and it's a different story. When you already know your voice and your positioning, the exact person that you're for, then AI stops being a content machine and becomes a translator. It becomes a partner with you, and it takes you where you know yourself that you need to be, and it helps you say what you need to say faster in more places and in your own voice. So really what we need to do, we need to have clarity first with our brand. And then we have AI second. Same lessons from the agency days, just a new outfit. So here's the line I need you to sit with. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know who you help, if you don't know why you do what you do and who that attracts, your marketing is going to suck. And that's not an insult. It's the reason so much of the talent out there stays invisible. So many of the experts stay unknown. Everything else, the ads, the posts, the emails, that's just the delivery system for that answer. If the answer isn't there yet, the delivery system has nothing to carry. So before you buy the next marketing tool, before you hire the next ad person, before you ask AI to write you your next 50 posts, answer 3 questions honestly. 1, who do you help specifically? Not small business owners, specifically. 2, what do they believe about their problems before they meet you? And what do you know that they don't yet? And number 3, why you? Out of everyone else who does roughly the same thing as you, why you? If you can't answer those cleanly, then there's going to be a marketing gap. It's called a brand gap. No ad, no funnel, no AI tool until you know the answers to those 3 things. So this is exactly what I do with my clients one-on-one and inside the Brand Clarity Lab with a group of people. Links to those are below. So stop buying the megaphone before you know what you're saying into it. Get clear. Everything else gets easier after that. And I'll tell you, AI is amazing and it's going to help you do things, but make sure it's doing the right things for you. If this was useful, hit subscribe and share it with somebody who's about to sign that marketing contract before doing this work first. And thank you. I am so excited to have you join me. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you next week with a new guest. Cheering you on. Bye for now.